Hi, I'm Phil Constantine. On this episode of Travels with Phil, we're going to the Blue Ridge Parkway. And don't overlook those 275 overlooks. Yes, indeed. It is 469 miles long. It's a scenic road connecting the Shenandoah National Park in Virginia to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in North Carolina. And it's one of my favorite spots, the Cherokee Reservation there in North Carolina. Well, it's a parkway. It's a road. Now, there's all kinds of things you can do on it, but mainly it's the road that goes through all these beautiful spots. It's designed for slowly traveling, speed 25 to 45. You'll see bicycles out there. And it's just gorgeous. Look at all this eye candy out here. Just beautiful, beautiful spots. There are wildlife. There are waterfalls. There are gorgeous forests. People come during the fall time, springtime, summertime, wintertime. It can actually get quite cold up there, and they may close because it goes up to above 6,000 feet. So they may have the roads closed from time to time. But there's all kinds of things to see and do, and lots of people come here. Technically not a national park, it's a parkway. Okay, so let me show you what it's like to travel along this stretch of the roadway. This is a 20-mile stretch of roadway, give or take a little bit. And you're going to be doing somewhere between 25 and 45 miles per hour. And this is exactly what it looks like, because this is it. This is it. All compressed into about 40 seconds. Again, speed limit's 25 to 45. So it's designed so you can get out there and see what's going on around you. Now, if you're a driver, you need to be paying attention, because be careful out there. Motorcyclists, bicyclists, all kinds of folks are out there. GPS doesn't really work too well out here because it's so far away from other populated areas that they use the mile markers that you see along the road. So anybody will giving you suggestions on where to go, they'll tell you to look for those. So let's take a look out at the overlooks around the area out there. And these are the 275 plus spots out there that you can pull over and just take a look and see what's happening around you. Now, a lot of them are really scenic views. Some of them are very narrow, just have a few spots for cars. Other of them are just quite large and have room for lots of people to park.
Travels with Phil continues. This is the view from Devil's Courthouse, or the view of Devil's Courthouse. Now, I said you can see 4 states out there from the viewpoint. And then up there on the top is Devil's Viewpoint, the Devil's Courthouse. Zoom in a little bit and you can actually see a couple people up there on the very top. All right, so we're up here at the Devil's Courthouse courtroom. You can see 4 states. This general direction, South Carolina. That general direction, Georgia. Right in front of you here, North Carolina, obviously. And way in that direction, the farthest ridge is going to be Tennessee. Very nice view. Not too bad of a hike. You'll sweat a little bit. You're old and wrinkled like me. It's very nice up here. This is actually on the Blue Ridge Parkway. You have signs that say avoid the area when it's snowy or foggy or wet. This is where the bad guy giant for the old Cherokees supposedly held court.
There are 26 tunnels in the entire trip. 25 of those are in North Carolina. All right, what do people like to see? Bears. Of course, you go to a national park, you want to see a bear. Well, there are black bears all over the place. In fact, you do have to look out for them. They may just come running across the roadway. Now, I had my close encounter with the one in Grand Teton. You should keep at least 50 yards away from them. Now, these are some remote sensing cameras, motion detecting cameras that watch the areas where the bears are known to go. And this is a mother and her cubs getting themselves clean. But there are lots of other animals out there. All kinds of birds, 250 bird species. I believe this is a blue heron. And this is a bobcat with its lunch, carrying it by. It ran by and they just replayed it a couple of times here so you get a better chance, and I slowed it down a little bit. All kinds of flowers out there. Get lots of rain in the area, so all kinds of flowers, 2,000 species, and 80% of those are wildflowers. So you see some areas where they're clumped together, some areas where it's big prairies. A lot of rhododendrons are out there. Flame azaleas, you can see them. They're right there, and some of those get real red. Those just some beautiful flowers. And during the fall, lots of people love to go see the forests out there. And it can be just gorgeous. Now, the different areas, the lower you are, the earlier it happens, or later it happens around October-ish for the mountains. And you'll see the colors start to change, the reds, the golds, the orange, the purples. And then during the non-fall season, definitely you're going to see lots and lots of green out there in this part of the world. Now, there's all kinds of waterfalls. Lots and lots of waterfalls, as a matter of fact. Now, some of them are real close to the road. Some of them you can actually see from one of the overlooks. And some of them you do have to take a walk into to find. It's the lower Linville Falls here, which is one of the bigger ones that are there. And you got quite a bit of elevation difference, between 600 and 6,000 feet. So there's going to be a lot of waterfalls in the different spots out there. Some rivers out there in a few spots. Some lakes. This is Abbott Lake that's right here. And I think it's called Pointy Peak or Pointed Top Mountain. And there are trails everywhere. All kinds of trails. Now, this is just one example of a place called Humpback Rocks. And a lot of the trails, you'll see them as gravel like this. Very wide open, very simple. But some of them get up into the mountains. And you can see areas here in this particular one, it goes right through the forest. You actually have to do a little bit of work to get over some of the rocks to get out to Humpback Rock. And so it's a little bit of a stretch. And other spots are a little bit easier. Now, this one here, you're going to see that it's a couple miles round trip. There's lots of trails out there that are very short. Lots of them like this one, where you're out through prairie. So if you just want to take a casual stroll, it'll be a lot easier for you to be able to do that. And just some miscellaneous pictures out here that just didn't quite fit into anything else. Yes, it snows there. You get snow in these areas, again, above 6,000 feet. Yep, you get snows. And sometimes it's so icy that they actually have to close the road. They had a landslide the other day, and they've closed this section. Motorcyclists love it out there. That's why you have to be careful for them and make sure everybody's watching where they're going, regardless of what kind of vehicle you're riding on. And mainly, though, it is just a beautiful spot. It's not a national park. It's a parkway. And actually, there may be more people visiting this because of the fact that you don't really stay there than any other national facility around the entire United States. But as you can see here from Elk Mountain Overlook, just an absolutely beautiful view out there, looking both to the east and the west. 14 to 20 million people somehow come through here. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please feel free to make comments below as long as the language is family friendly. And if you like this video, please click on the thumbs up button below. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the circle with my picture in it in the lower right hand corner of the video. The arrow is pointing at it now. And once you have subscribed, you can be notified of when I have a new video posted by clicking on the bell icon in the description field below the video. Thanks again for watching.